Hello, I'm Charles Cook. I'm an attorney here with Cook Baxter Immigration. Can't pay your rent for this month due to COVID-19? Here's a letter that can help you negotiate with your landlord. Why should you submit this letter? Because you cannot pay the full rent or because you lost work due to COVID-19. You should submit this letter regardless of your landlord's response. Submitting the letter is important if your landlord tries to evict you. And your landlord is not allowed to threaten you or retaliate against you for submitting the letter. Your landlord may reject the letter and continue to threaten you. However, you are not required to move until a judge tells you to. If your landlord or your property manager comes to your home and demands rent, you can call 911 for trespassing, even if you do not have the money to pay rent and you have not paid your rent. Only a judge can legally evict you, not your landlord. What you should do is complete the letter attached, which is here on the website, by filling in the spaces provided. Keep evidence of submitting the letter by taking a screenshot of the letter and keeping all receipts of any rent payments you've made, and make sure it's best to take that photo. You need not to submit the letter every month rent is due. If you submitted the letter last month, you will still need to submit the letter again. Take photos of all notices that your landlord sends you. The courts are still closed. You cannot legally be evicted. How do we protect you and your family? Ideally, you can negotiate with your landlord, but many landlords will be unwilling to negotiate. Submitting this letter does not mean you will automatically have to pay less rent. It is likely your landlord will respond that you still owe the full amount. However, if it is still your responsibility to communicate with your landlord, regardless of their response. Your landlord is not allowed to threaten you or retaliate against you for submitting this letter. They cannot evict you because you submitted this letter. If your landlord is retaliating against you, call the Know Your Rights video or call the police. Keep evidence of every communication with your landlord. The letter submitted, the notices received by your landlord, and everything else. Always communicate with your landlord in writing or record your conversation on your phone. If there's ever a disagreement with your landlord, you will need to submit documentation to prove that it happened. If you can afford to pay part or all of your rent, please do so, but not at the expense of buying necessary food or medicine for your family to keep your family safe and healthy. Buy these necessities first, and if you have money remaining, pay what you can towards rent and bills until you are able to return to work full time. Be aware of predatory loans that will put you in greater debt later. It is better to negotiate a payment plan with your landlord than to take out loans where you end up paying a lot more later. The courts are closed, which means you cannot be evicted. Eviction is a process, and there are resources to get you free legal representation if your landlord files for eviction against you in the future. If you have any questions, just go to this website and all the information will be there, or call the number below. Thank you.